creating a Google form. Click on Drive and then click the Create button to create a form. When the form opens, it asks you to name it. I'm going to name this one Student Information, and it wants you to pick a theme. Let's stick with the default theme for now. You can change it later. And click OK. When you get into the form screen to start editing your form, the first thing you should do is choose your response destination. This is the location that all the submissions to this form are going to go, and it is basically a spreadsheet. Google wants to name this spreadsheet exactly the same thing that you named your form, with the word responses after it. Leave this default for now and click Create. So the first question I'm going to ask on the form is, please enter your full name. I could put help text down here. It's not mandatory, and beneath it is where I choose the type of question I want. This is basically going to be a text question. It gives me a text box, and I can make this a required question by clicking here, and then I click Done. And I'm finished with my first question. When I make something required, there is a red exclamation mark next to the question. If I highlight over the question to the right-hand side, I have the choice to edit that question, duplicate that question, or delete that question. I'm going to go and add a second item, and this item is going to be a paragraph, and I'm going to ask them to tell me a little bit about I'm going to make this also a required question, and I'm going to click Done, and it gives me a little more space, it gives the respondents a little more space to enter questions into the box. And I can continue to add items. I can add multiple choice questions, check boxes. I can also reorder the questions by dragging and dropping to put them in the locations that I want. Once I'm ready to send this form out, I can click on the Send Form button in the upper right-hand corner, and I can start typing the email addresses, and I can put in an email group if I wanted to send it to a group of people, and I'm just going to send this to myself for now. And I can customize the message to just say, please fill this out as soon as possible. I can also include the form in the email. If I do that, then any theme that I had chosen would not appear. It would just be the questions in the email. If I turn this off, it would appear as a link in the email, and they would have to click on the link to open it. When I click Send, after I send the form out, I can go back to my Google Drive, and I'll see two pieces of information. The student information right here is the actual physical form that I was editing earlier. And then this is where the information is going to go, the responses to that form. And it actually is a Google spreadsheet with nothing in it right now. If I go now to my email, and I sent the form to myself, so it should be sitting right in the top of my email, I can open it, and I had the form appear right inside the email. I made that choice. So I'm going to enter in my name, and I'm just going to enter a little bit of text, spell yourself incorrectly, and then I'm going to submit it to Google Drive and open up that response form. I'm going to see the response that I just had. And this response form will continue to fill every time somebody submits information into that form. And that's as easy as it is to create a Google form.